Okay, bud, here we go. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to a Saturday game day edition of Morning Scone, presented by Boudreaux's. And not Home Depot, but Drew wants to go there. So he will probably run in here 100 times this morning going, ha de ba, because he wants to go there badly. So we'll probably go there a little bit later this morning. We'll look forward to that. We'll look forward to that, Greg, RN. So does LSU Game Day. Come on, let's see if I can... but sons. That's not what I want. Usually lets me do more. Anyway. All right, I hope y'all having a good morning. Stephen Bro, Tom Guidros. Let's say some good mornings to y'all. Game day, LSU-Arkansas. LSU Hoops gets a win last night. Went to the game. It was a lot of fun. Naz Reid is amazing. Sean Salisbury possibly joining the LSU staff. We'll talk about that this morning as well. Mana. Home Depot. And Mana. And Boudreaux's Bloody Mary mix and Margarita mix. Everett Himmel, Mark Allen, good morning. Lindsay Thibodeau, Roland Guitro, excuse me. John Miller, Frank, Ryan Amos, good morning. Bruce Parker, what's up? Dale Broussard, Naz Reid is legit. Can't see him being here long. Dale, Naz Reid will not be here after this year. Like that's not even debatable. The guy is an absolute monster. What do you have last night? 27 or 29? I didn't look at the final box score. There was a play. There was a sequence in the second half where, and we got lucky. We had seats right behind LSU's bench. We took Drew to his first ever basketball game. Some friends of ours with the Alumni Association kind of helped us get over there, and Terrios came as well. So we got to sit with Ryan and John and their kiddos. It was a lot of fun. It was a really fun night. But there was a sequence in the second half. The kid from Callaway, the kid from Greensboro kept hitting threes, and LSU needed a bucket, so they're running it just an inlet pass to Naz Reid on the block, double team, once on the ground, splits the double team up to the hoop, third guy misses him coming over. I'm like, oh Jesus! It's like it doesn't matter how good of a coach you are, you can't defend that. He's phenomenal, man. He is wow. And he hit a three from just inside of the logo. It's like, oh my God. Anyway, yeah, he's fun. Buy a ticket, go watch them play. He's fun. He ain't gonna be here long. Stephen Miller, good morning, dude. Corey Kaye, good morning. Cassidy Russo, Andy Bush. Hey, did anybody? Please share this if y'all don't mind. If you haven't yet, I'm going to hit the share right now. Share it to my personal account. Did anybody get their Morning Scone email today? I did not get it today. I didn't get it last Saturday either. And I talked to the folks this week that thought they had the issue ironed out from last week, but I didn't get my Morning Scone email today. I'm a little bummed about that, man. Some little glitch. But anyway, I don't know if it's just me or if it's everybody. So let me know if y'all didn't get it. Let's see. Richard Dodd, Trivia Carter, what's up? James Dean, good morning. Jesse Borrell? Jesse Borrell, good morning. Whitney Bro, good morning. Let's see. Tom Brouillard, good morning. Andy Bush, yo. Arthur Coco, what's up? Lance Richard. Anyone else are y'all having audio issues? Can y'all not hear me? Chewy, my Boudreaux's mix came in just in time for the weekend. Attaboy, Chewy. Appreciate you ordering it, man. Thanks, Lindsay. Appreciate that, man. Kirk Taylor. Y'all let me know if anybody else is having audio issues. Let me know. But I got my mic. I got my mic hooked up right here like I do every single day. One, two, three. One. Home Depot. Hey, do me a favor. If y'all can hear me fine, do the blue check mark. If y'all can hear me fine, do the blue check mark. If you can't hear me fine, do like an angry face. Okay. Okay, so everybody can. Okay, good. I don't know whoever is having issues. I apologize. It's like one person. Everyone else is kind of doing blue check marks. So okay. Andrew Bear, BC got a shot tonight. You know what was interesting, Andrew? So Boston College plays Clemson. I was talking to Phil Steele about this on the show yesterday, and he gave Boston College a really good shot to keep this game close and maybe win it. And I actually agree, man. Boston College. So Steve Adott, I was high on them before the season. Talked about him a lot on pregame show with T-Bob. They had some tough losses, but this is kind of that team that he's finally put together where they got a veteran team. Just, cyclically sometimes you'll have that year where you got a lot of veterans. It kind of comes together. This is kind of that team for BC. They've had some tough losses, but they play tough. The other thing, too, it's going to be like 30 degrees tonight. So Clemson taking that offense on the road to go play in freezing temperatures. Curious if maybe it doesn't slow them down a little bit. We'll see. I think it could be a real competitive game. Chuck Sanchez, Travis McGraw, what's up, dude? James Dean, LSU basketball, big, long, athletic, no doubt, dude. They've got length. They're a lot of fun, man. Blake Davies, 8 of 10 from 3. That guy was shooting lights out. Watching. So we sat right behind LSU's bench. I probably watched Will Wade more than I watched the game. We had Drew with us too, so it was a lot of entertaining him. So I wasn't like locked in on the game. But when I was watching, I was really watching Will a lot, man. And like he was two things. One, all working the officials all night, and you could tell like he's not at a point in his career where he's going to get calls, even in a game like that against Greensboro. Two, the 3-pointers were like eating away his soul because you could tell what they were drawing up and what they were like. I don't want to call guys out, but like Marlon Taylor had a lot of the issues where Will's yelling at him like, what are you like? Don't leave him. Yeah, like because he'd come out like he was in the block. He'd come out, he'd pop. I don't know, man, if they're playing man or zone. I don't know, but anyway. Watching Will Wade was the most interesting part of the night, actually. Sometimes he would subtly go after the ref, like you could see him like getting so mad he wanted to explode, and the ref was telling him like, and Will's like, it's 3 times, like whispering at him. It was funny, dude. It was funny watching that guy go. Excuse me. Jeb Bruno, Dez, Dat, and Dunn, Saints' next move. Oh, man. Yeah, Dez tore his Achilles. So I was talking to Mac Chuele Traction. He said, man, that's what happens when you're 30 years old and you're not, and you're just like cold. Not cold, but like you haven't been going max effort, full speed, and then all of a sudden you do. That's the type of injuries that happen. And I was like, that's interesting, man. It sucks, man. I don't know what they do next. I guess bringing Brandon Marshall. Stephen Miller. BC's bringing the Thunder on college games. I believe it, man. When you only get that so often, you get a chance to highlight your program like that. That was LSU in the 90s. When game day came here in 96 for the Bama game, or 97 for Florida. People went nuts, man. Jackie Caruso, good morning. Kevin Toller. And Nasreed shortstop at mid-quad. Did you notice it's not just him, like, this whole thing, like they roll their belt, like their waistband, so their shorts are shorter. But I think they did it to make them look taller. Cavell Bigby Williams does the same thing. He's huge. Ben Clark, hey man. Lance Richard, no email today. Okay, Mark, you didn't get your email yesterday or today. I got mine yesterday. Yeah. All right. Good to know. I'll be on it. I already sent an email to the developer. I'm like, hey, I didn't get my email again this morning, so. I didn't get it last Saturday or today, so I wonder if it's something with maybe time change. We'll find out. Tim Sonier, good morning, Matt. Well wishes from the Youngsville Bayou. Good deal, Tim. Appreciate that, man. Robert Scott, okay, you didn't get it either. Hey, Lorena, good morning. Justin Anthony, what's up? Oh, what about Dez? Yeah, man. My guess is, I guess they'll get Brandon Marshall. He said he had an impressive workout too. They signed Dez, but. Let's see. Plant Machine Works. I only get the email once or twice a week. That doesn't make sense, man. I get it every day. Make sure it's not going to spam. Home Depot. Yeah, make sure it's not going to your spam account. Hey, bud. You want to tell everybody hi? You haven't said hi yet this morning.
Mama.
Say hi, everybody.
Mama.
Mama.
Home Depot.
Mama does take you to Home Depot. Check out this dude's pants. They're like football pants on. They're like joggers, but they're football pants. He's a G. His mama dresses him so cute. Let's see. Stephen Robeek, what's up, brah? Let's see. Nicholas Yiannopoulos, what's up? All right. Carrie Tomplay, good morning. Kevin told her Matt's upset because Matt didn't get an email from Matt. Kevin, I want to make sure that it's coming through, man. I mean, I tell everybody, hey, look, sign up. It's going to drop every day at 6 a.m. I expect it to be there, and I do my part, making sure that everything populates properly. But you've got to make sure that they're doing their part to make sure that it's their software is working so that it's going to drop. Craig Dugard, the long ball. He more accentuated ball, the long ball, like that. Stephen A. All right, let's see. Hey, Aunt Sharon, good morning. TK Brown, good morning. What's up, Dad? Stephen Beach, Eric Detterville, good to see you by this morning. Home Depot. You know what's amazing? Tell you how deflating last week's Alabama loss was. I'm looking at these people asking about Des Bryant. They're asking about LSU basketball. LSU football plays a game today, and nobody's like, hey, LSU football, Arkansas, what's going on? Nobody. Craig Dugard, Matt, we got a lot of work to do on defensive basketball like last season. Perimeter defending is questionable. I think that'll come along. They definitely have the length to do it. Last night, it wasn't one of those things where, you just are lazy. It's blown assignments. You left guys open. That's a good thing. We talked about it yesterday, man. Greensboro's a good team, man. That's a tournament team a year ago. They're probably a tournament team again this year. They're going to be one of the favorites to win their conference. So, veteran team, playing a young team, well coached. That's a good mid-major. Robert. He's watching Robert. Oh, Robert's over. Robert just won $76,000 again. Good morning from Nashville. Hey, James Tyrone, good morning. Martin Vadreen, good morning. Eric Hart, good morning. Let's see. I wonder if anyone grabbed the boot trophy out of the maintenance room at LSU. I think they're obligated to on this trip to take it with them just in case. It's got to be displayed. Andrew Bayer, what's your pick on OSU, MSU? You know what, man? That game is in East Lansing, and I think Michigan State's defense, I think, can hang. Their offense has been really bad this year, but Ohio State's defense has been awful. And no Bosa. I think I'm like this close to just pulling the trigger and calling upset. Okay, what the hell? Michigan State. Give me Michigan State. Give me Michigan State. Ohio State's still got a lot to play for. In East Lansing, cold egg, good defense. Give me Michigan State. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Rubbish.
What?
Rubbish.
Who?
Robert.
Is your food still going? It should be done. Yeah. Bentley Spears, what about Boosie at the PMAC? Dude, honestly, this will show you how, not cool I am. I saw LSU basketball tweet the picture of him. The old school LSU 23 jersey and gold chains and all, hat. I'm like, who is that? I had no idea. No idea. And I don't know who Boosie is. But, it's one of those things where if I heard his songs, I'm sure I'd know, whatever his I songs are. But, I just don't know who he is. Hey, bud. Hey, bud. He's got a lot of phlegm and stuff. Hey, you got to be almost done with your food. We took him to the doctor yesterday. A lot of sinus gunk and stuff. Can we take... Let's check your backpack. You got to be just about done. The Itzibada. You gotta enunciate. You say that it's. Wait, Drew. Wait. Think. Wait, Drew. Sorry, he was running away with his backpack. Yeah, so we took him. Y'all know we took him to the doctor yesterday. All good. Like lungs sounded good, ears were fine. Just some gunk up there. So they got him on a antibiotic, tried to knock out this sort of like little sinus deal he's got going on. But it's worse in the morning. He's having great days, but like when he lays down all night, obviously all that gunk just builds. So when he wakes up in the morning, it's a little tough. So. Let's see. Oh, God. Eric Hart asked Matt, does your wife refuse to turn on the heater until the house is 63 or lower? Yep. Yep. We woke up one day at our old house. She did not turn the heater on. I woke up and I looked at the thermostat. It was 58 degrees in my house. I said, oh, hell no. And I hate being cold. It's like, for me, the worst sensation in the world is being cold. Like, walk outside, it's cold, wind blowing, get in a shower, the water's cold. Like, I hate being cold. I hate being cold. Hate it. And people say, well, when you're cold, you can always add more layers. If you're hot, you can't cool. I don't care. And there is a degree of cold that's like cold to the bone. Like the year that I was in South Bend, when you get into like -10, it don't matter what the hell you put on. You're freezing. Like it don't matter. Like the chill is to your bones and there's no way to get comfortable. Anyway, I hate being cold. So we go back and forth with that all the time. Like she'll put the thermostat on the house like on 70. And like all day we're back and forth. Like I bump it up 2-3 degrees. She sees it, bumps it back down. I'm like, Anyway, yeah. Oh, I hate being cold. Let's see, Jack Davis, Matt, this may be a premature question. Do you see LSU notable juniors staying for their senior season? I think so. Greedy and Devin White are gone. That's not even a question. They're both first rounders. The ones that you're gonna watch are gonna be the ones you're gonna watch. Obviously, are gonna be Rashard Lawrence. I'd say Fehoko. Nobody on offense, man. Lawrence is probably the only one that you'd keep an eye on. But if that guy goes pro, shame on him, dude. He needs another year. Come on. But, listen, I'm not going to say shame on him because what I know is like every guy that makes their decision about to stay or go does it for different reasons. For example, people thought, like, when Michael Ford came out, people were like, man, why is Michael Ford leaving, come back, be a feature, whatever. Michael Ford hated school. He just, hated going to class. He did not want to be a student. He just hated school. So it's like, I sort of understand it. Like, you might have a hard time keeping that kid eligible. Eddie Kennison was on the show a couple weeks ago, and he said the reason he left early was Jerry DiNardo. I mean, he just could not play for Jerry DiNardo another year, so that's why he left. Trev Falk left in 2002 because he hated Nick Saban. They didn't get along. He's like, I'm not staying here playing for this guy another year, so he left. So different guys leave for different reasons, so you never really know, man. But if it just on football alone, Rashard Lawrence would be the only one I think that would have a decision to make. He better come back. Paul Batts, what time do you and T-Bob come on? We're always 5 hours prior to kickoff. So 6:30 kickoff means we are on at 1:30. 1:30. T-Bob and I on Eagle 98.1 Game Day, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. You can watch us streaming at 104.5ESPN.com or via our 104.5 Baton Rouge app. Paul Batts, glad Eric addresses Drew. Seriously, she had him looking good last night too, man. He looked so cute. He had on these like old gold chino pants, like LSU, gold chino pants. Not like, canary, and cool like long sleeve shirt and a little zip jacket and these brown shoes like with a zipper on the side. Cool. A friend of Terrio pretending to be. I missed that. Let's see. Oh, was that? Oh, by guest, it had to be by guest picker. Yeah, so Terrio did not have a guest picker yesterday again. And so he got his friend Trey Duncan, who played baseball at LSU and at Southern, works out with his guys over at Traction. He got Trey to call in and pretend to be Corliss Williamson from Arkansas, and I had no idea. Now, so we just rolled through the picks and all, did the picks, got out of it. It was pretty funny. We get in a break. Like as soon as we go to break, Terrio walks out the studio, and I had no idea why. Like at this point, I didn't know. He comes back in, like we're going to the next segment. He's like, "That was Trey Duncan, not Corliss Williamson." So we're in the break, and I'm like, "Oh my god, dude!" And so I'm like, "All right, listen. Here's what we're gonna do. Like we're gonna come back." See, a lot of people don't know, man. Like we plan out a lot of these bits and how we approach different things. So I'm like, "All right, listen. We're gonna come back. I'm gonna be like stone faced on the camera, just like pissed, like just pissed." And I'm just gonna go off in this segment, and y'all just laugh at me. So we get Trey back on the phone and call. So I did not know that it was Trey initially, but the follow up segment was completely staged. Paul Batt's house fall baseball going. Haven't heard much other than they're resting arms, which is a good thing. So they're gonna be really good, man. Let's see. I need to work on getting Robert from Jeopardy's a guest picker. I don't think that'd be hard. Devin Kelly, what's up, man? Let's see. Kevin, it's not that it's deflating. It's the fact that Bama is our Super Bowl. We're so spoiled. Yeah. Nicholas, love the Maker's Mark Private Select from Calandros. Hey, dude, check it out. For those that listen, this is what I drank last week for fresh bucket, but really Calandros. This is what I drank last week for whiskey and wine. So, if you're not familiar, this is Maker's Mark Private Select. You can only get this. This is the Calandro for Calandros. You can see right there. It's private label. So what they do is they'll take their single barrel bottles, and they'll finish them in staves. So they call Calandros call this Nilla Bomb, like vanilla. And so it's finished for 9 weeks in these staves, or with the finishing staves in them. Home Depot. And so you can see the label on the back. It tells you what staves they picked right here. So they had 5 of the baked American Puree 2, 3 of the roasted French mocha, and 2 of the toasted French spice. So those were the staves that the finishing staves in the whiskey for 9 weeks before they bottled it. So it gives it that flavor. So like you literally can only get this exact one at Calandros. So it's about $75. If you're looking for something like truly unique, like you literally can't get it anywhere else. I mean, you can get obviously Maker's Mark anywhere, but this is the private select from their single barrel collection with the Calandros finishing staves. It is really good. It very full body. It's the initial flavor. You'll get the sweet vanilla flavor, and it has a very long full finish. It's really really good. Droopy, wear the hat. Dada, wear the hat. I thought so.
Mama.
What?
Howdy-ba.
Droopy, wear the hat.
Howdy-ba.
And Hon-de-pa, and Daddy wear the hat. Okay, we'll see you later. You come on back now. See you next time, Drew. Y'all asking for betting advice. Blake Dayries, would you take Alabama at a 26-point over Mississippi State? I thought it was 24.5. Yeah, I think I'd lay the points. I don't think State can score, and that game's in Tuscaloosa. Last year, State gave Alabama hell, and that was in Starkville. But in Tuscaloosa today, yeah, I'd take Alabama. I'd lay the points. Trivia: no one cares about LSU. Terrible offense. We'll see tonight, man. I'll tell you this much: If you can't get off offensively today against that Arkansas defense, hang them up. Hang them up. That Arkansas defense is atrocious. I've watched them play a bunch. I know I mentioned it before, but when we go up there for pregame, we got 7 TVs, so we can watch all these games. And we watch a lot of the SEC games. So if teams aren't playing in the window that LSU is playing, when I'm only watching LSU, we watch a ton of games. So Arkansas's played at like 11 a.m. all year, so I've seen Arkansas all season. And they're awful defensively. I don't know how John Chavis has a job. It's mind-boggling. So anyway, I think like LSU has struggled offensively. They're 103rd in the country in total offense. If you can't score against Arkansas, bro, I mean, tear it down. Lenny, today begins the unlikely events and team losses that back LSU into the playoffs. Beep, beep, beep. Said, ease up on the Baileys and that coffee, Lenny. Frank Collada, good morning. Chuck, algorithm is working. I get an email full of stuff I want to read but don't have time to. That's awesome. But I'm glad that, Chuck, but I don't know, but it didn't come today, that morning Scone email, which is what's perplexing. If y'all haven't done it yet, please hit the share button and check out Boudreaux's. I'm fired up, man, when y'all let me know. Some of y'all let me know that y'all live out of town, y'all got Boudreaux's shipped to you. That's really cool. So you can go to boudreauxmix.com, Bloody Mary Mix, Margarita Mix. It's a great Louisiana product. Darren Pellegrin, you'll see him pop up on here sometimes. His company, a guy from Homa, he's got the Bloody Mary Mix, the Margarita Mix. So they bottle it. It's stocked obviously around Baton Rouge and some of the local grocers and Canadas down in Homa, but they'll ship to you anywhere. So boudreauxmix.com. We appreciate them supporting Morning Scone all these many months. Episode 228. Well, I thought today was 227. Where's 228? Anyway, 228 straight days we've done this. Can you believe that? Steven, all right, what do you think or want Joe Burrow's stat line after the game? I think offense can make a statement. Look, I think I'm curious to see how LSU approaches it because it'll be cold and we'll see what type of game it is. But I think if Burrow goes 22 of 27, I think it has to be that kind of game. And look, he hasn't completed that percentage all season, so it's more likely he'll be 16 of 29. But I'd love to see him 22 of 27 for 240 and 2 scores. Like that's what I would want to see today, and it's very doable against this team. Steve in Syracuse's money last night. It'll be a great game to see how they stack up with ND. You know what, man? True story. I was thinking about this. I was watching those highlights this morning from Syracuse last night, beating Louisville, put 54 on them. LSU caught Syracuse at a good time, man. I'm not saying that if they played them this year that LSU wouldn't win. I mean, I think they would. But you played them in Syracuse in a year where they were tearing it down and rebuilding it. And then last year they came here and they were starting to do this, but they weren't quite there yet. This year, I mean, if they can beat Notre Dame, they can go 10-2, and they'll be in one of these the New Year's Six Bowls. I guess I'm just saying, like, sometimes you look at, you schedule those games so far in advance, you never know really what the team's going to look like when you play them. Like, for example, when Alabama scheduled Louisville, what if they had played a year ago and Alabama had to try to slow down Lamar Jackson? Instead, Lamar Jackson's gone. They play to start this year, and it's not even competitive, right? Two is there, that offense is humming. Jackson's gone. So anyway, I find that interesting, man. Like how so. I just think the Syracuse game, had they played it this year instead of last year, way more competitive, man. And last year was pretty competitive too. Josh Neal, what's up? Let's see. Paul Batts, your boy Herman going to beat Texas Tech? I don't know, man. It's almost like every game Texas plays is almost a pick 'em now. And the thing about Texas Tech is they've had this sort of Jekyll and Hyde year where, like, sometimes they'll slow you down and run the ball and play some defense. Other times they open it up and run their air raid. They beat TCU. They've had some nice wins this year, man. They've also had some brutal losses. But I don't know. I think I'd pick Texas. But you got to figure out how to win some of these close games, man. I mean, they had West Virginia beat in Austin last week, and then you give up a touchdown in the final seconds and give up 2-point conversion. I mean, got to make a stop. You want to win those games. Craig Dugas Boosie is in 1/3 of your bump music on AFR on Fridays. I'm sure I know the songs. I just I couldn't say, oh, that's Boosie. You know what I mean? How about a daily email from Drew? Bound to be more popular. Maybe a lot of incoherent sounds. Jimmy Vadrine, what's up? Stan Bro, yo. Let's see. Trivia. You live in Baton Rouge, don't know who Lil Boosie is, and you and Ryan talk about him and plays music. Okay, so a couple things. Number one, I don't talk about him. Number two, I don't play the music. Brian Haldane plays every bump music. I have zero input on bump music. Haldane has full autonomy. Play whatever you want. I don't care. I do not care about bump music. It's the most irrelevant thing in a show. Nobody ever elects to listen or not listen to a show because of bump music, ever. It's wholly irrelevant. So, Haldane plays bump music. I don't know what it is. Don't ask him. Don't care. I'm just thinking, okay, when I'm in a break, I'll tell you, when I'm doing AFR and I go to break, we got 3 minutes. I look at my rundown, what's coming up in the next segment, usually 2 pieces of content. How do I want to set up each? How do I want to transition between them? What's my next live read at the end of the segment? Do I need copy points for it? Make sure Paul is up to date on whatever video we want to show for that live read as well. Is there anything else that I need to tease coming up later? And is there any audio that I want to use that complements the segment? So, for example, if I'm coming out of break and I'm going to talk about Dez Bryant's injury, Brain, coming out of break, I want to play Adam Schefter on Dez Bryant. I'll talk about Dez, then we'll get to the reaction from Sean Payton on it, so have Payton 2 ready to go. I know I'll get into that, and then from there, if we transition, it'll probably be something else NFL-related or injury-related. That's the rest of the segment. Boom, live read, out. So, in my break, my 3 minutes, I'm not at all thinking or caring about bump music. I'm thinking, how this next segment, how am I structuring this segment? And then get to the break, and that's how I use those 3 minutes. How am I structuring the next segment? So there's a lot of working parts. It's like the duck, right? Calm on top of the water, but below the water, it's that's talk radio. There's a million moving parts that you never want. If you're doing it well, you make it look easy. The audience has no idea that it's that it's that complex. That it's just easy. But that's what I do in my break. So I don't know about bump music or care about bump music. Just play whatever, let it breathe for 8 seconds, and then hit the rejoin, and then we're going. So no, I don't know little boozy bump music, but I do like hip hop, and so I'm cool with it. And I probably do know some of those songs for sure. All right, let's see. Jamie Fitch. Sup, Matt? What's your confidence level that O does something about the morass that is LSU's offense in this offseason? Well, let's see how the next 3 games go. What if in the next 3 games the flower starts to bloom and Joe Burrow throws for 300 yards in each of the next 3 games? And then you go into this signing class, and let's say you get the running back from Destrehan, and you've got coming back Terrace Marshall and Jamar Chase next year and Justin Jefferson, and you're thinking, why upset the apple cart? Look, it looks like we're starting to do this, right? And maybe that happens. So let me see how the next 3 games go. But I also believe you're not beating Alabama until you change your offense, completely overhaul your offense and do something modern. Get the Nest thermostat. You never have to get out of bed. Controlled with your phone. I'm not talking about at night. I'm talking about even during the day. Hey, bud. Hey, Drew. After Dad's show, I got a low battery on my phone, y'all. This might die. Hey, Drew, I have a question for you. We're gonna go. Do you want to go to Home Depot? Where else are you going to go today?
Home Depot.
Yeah, we'll do that. Here you go. Why did I flip that around? I didn't flip that. Got him. My phone may die, y'all. It said low battery, like 20%. So, anyway, what is Little Boosie asking for him? What year is Delpit? Delpit is a sophomore. If Oko chooses to go pro, what's the chance of him and his family staying down? Probably not good, but either way. Scone, what's up, Brian Robert? Today is Les Miles' birthday. Good looking out, Steven. Maybe I'll shoot him a text. Let's see. How was the game? Saw you and Eric. Oh, we were on TV? We were right behind the bench. I guess it makes sense that we're on TV. We were right behind the bench with Terrios. It was fun, man. They're awesome people, man. Ryan and John and their kiddos. Like, they got the sweetest kids, man. We had a good time. We had a really good time. Chris Roy, after Coach Zero just threw Lawrence and other defensive line players under the bus, not sure he'd want to stay. Yeah. Hey, Stephen Miller, get to check you out on the pregame show today. I look forward to it, man. It should be fun. Chewy should get Smacker to be the guest picker. Boy, she lit into O this week, man. You can tell, man. Rolling players under the bus, man. That's the exposed nerve ending. For those who don't know, Smacker Miles comes on my show on Wednesdays during football season. Has this year. She's done an awesome job. It's been a super popular segment that's done really, really well. But you can tell, man, it was an exposed nerve ending. She did a similar thing last year on the Less is More podcast after Ogeron made the third string running back comment about Brissett. And she teed off again this week after that, man. If you missed it, go back and listen to it. It's worth listening. Trivia, Matt, you talk about us not caring about LSU game, but y'all gave up on going to California this weekend. Did not give up on going to California, Trivia. So logistically, you got to understand. I'll explain this. I don't mind. So for those that don't know, we were talking about going to Cole Tracy's parents' house to do the pregame show for this game at their bar. When we first started talking about that, we talked to the people at the SEC office about a projection for what time this game would kick. And they told us that they thought it would be the 11 a.m. window for LSU and Arkansas. Every Arkansas home game this year has been an 11 a.m. kick. And they thought this would end up being 11 a.m. also. So for an 11 a.m. kickoff, that's a 9 a.m. kickoff Pacific, which means we would have started pregame at 4 a.m. Pacific, which means we would have had to gotten to the Tracy's house probably at 2 a.m. to start setting up and testing equipment. Logistically, that's just not a really smart thing. And so had we had 2 weeks, and they announced 6:30, we might have been able to make it happen. But the SEC, or the networks rather, exercised their 6-day option. So remember, we didn't even find out until last Sunday that this game was going to be a 6:30 kickoff tonight. And in that shorter window, to get flights and hotels and staff to get there, because remember, it's not just radio anymore. We'd have to run video as well. Home Depot. Then, like, logistically, it was just not doable. So I'm bummed. I would have loved to have been there. One thing that we did talk about was doing, like, Christmas with the Tracys or something and going sometime in December and doing, like, an AFR from there, which I think may happen. It should be fun. Hey, Drew, I have a question for you. We're almost done. Okay, almost done here with Dad's show. After we're done with Dad's show, do you want to go to Home Depot? Hey, listen, wait, come back. Hey. Got him again. Boudreaux's Bloody Mary Mix and Margarita Mix. Y'all check it out. I have to coach my son's Pee Wee football championship game today in Zachary, hosted by none other than Jimmy Ott. Nice. Did the outcome of the Bama game hurt our chances on getting any big recruits? Don't think so. Recruits look at it differently. I'm going to go quickly, y'all, so we can get to the end of this. I can take, it's 8:40, so I can take that kid to Home Depot. Lowell Cormier, morning from North Dakota. What's up, Lowell? Good on you, man. Or Lowell. Yeah, Sadiq Charles, that bad of a left tackle coming into the season. I thought he was a plus O lineman. Yeah, James, I think he's had a really good year. He got beat last week. Like, everybody got beat last week. And I think Sadiq's still going to be really good. I think he's the best lineman they got right now. You know what's disappointing? How everybody talked about Damian Lewis being this, like, mauler freak show. Remember, like, how much that got built up? And he started every game for you. Kid can't pass block. He can run block. He's a good run block. He can't pass block. They all got, and neither could Brumfield, Cushenberry. They all got exposed last week. Not very good against Bama. Jim Wilson. What's up, Jim Wilson? You think Georgia gets exposed by Auburn, or does Georgia really take care of business? I think Georgia is going to pummel Auburn today. I don't think that game is close. I think that's at least a 2-score game, 2-touchdown game. Auburn can't move the football. Auburn had like 19 rushing yards against Texas A&M at home last week. A&M led by 2 scores with like 8 minutes to go. It's almost unfathomable that they lost that game. But anyway, we'll go quick, y'all. Jesse McGraw, let's see Miles Brennan, time to see what he can do. Nope. In a blowout? Okay, put him in late in a blowout. But Burrow's your quarterback. Could there be an LSU Notre Dame rematch? If in the playoff, conceivably, but I don't. Oh, the scenario for LSU to end up as the full, like, no, because I don't see a scenario where LSU could, like, where Notre Dame could be the 1 seed and LSU could be the 4 that they play again. So I don't think so, no. Paul, I think Texas is a year out. I think you're right. Usually year 3 is when you know. By the time a coach has his first recruiting class, his upperclassmen, that's when you'll know. Same. Look, I think same with Ogeron next year. We talked about it a bunch, man. I think next year's LSU team, you get everybody back. And the schedule falls in your favor. Georgia rotates off. Vanderbilt rotates on. Florida has to come to Baton Rouge. Auburn comes to Baton Rouge. I mean, you got to go to Tuscaloosa, but you're not going to win that game anyway. You got to go to Texas in week 2. You're in Austin. So that'll be a big-time telltale, that game in Austin. But, yeah, I mean, like, next year for LSU should be preseason top 10 next year. Like, for all of the expectation that wasn't there this season because of the unknowns, next year, schedule in your favor and everybody's back. Like, you should be good next year. Brian Robert just tuning in. Will the Saints bring in Marshall or promote practice squad like Doral? I thought Doral was on IR. I think Traven Doral's on injured reserve. I need to check, but and I think they bring in Brandon Marshall. Stephen Broussard, what's up? Paul Batts, what's up? Kelly Davis, Ben Talbot. Let's see. Cheryl, who cares about the music? There you go, Cheryl. That's what I'm trying to scream. Let's see. That's very nice, Stephen. Thank you, man. That's a solid LSU manship comm grad for you. Lori Prophet, what's up? I gotta go, y'all. I'm afraid my phone's gonna die. Ryan Chenevert, what's up, dude? Scone, does O make sweeping changes to the offense? I don't think sweeping changes, but I do think keep an eye on Jerry Sullivan and Tommy Robinson this offseason. Not that I think any of them get fired. I just think Jerry Sullivan's going to retire, and I wouldn't be surprised if Tommy Robinson wants to make a jump. So I would say you're probably going to have a couple of offensive staff spots open this year. Who they bring in, I don't know. We'll see. Matt, they got a sale on TVs at Sam's. Good to know, Stefan. Thanks, but I think we're good, man. Drew does run the household. 70-inch for $600. That's really good. What kind of TV is it? Charge up the. So Bubba, here's the problem with the phone. I guess I could plug it in right here. I could have plugged it into my computer. Oh man. So I've been getting up at 2 in the morning to give Drew medicine. So I've been like sleeping in the guest room. So when my alarm goes off, it doesn't wake. Because Drew has a bed in our room. That's where he sleeps. Erica wants to kind of keep an eye on him at night, which I understand. Hopefully we'll grow out of that eventually. But his bed is in our room. So I didn't want my alarm to go off and wake him up. So I slept in the guest room. and I didn't have my charger in the guest room, so my phone was with me in there, but I didn't have a charger. So, okay, all right, Daddy's done. We're gonna go to Home Depot. Daddy's done with his show. We're done with that show. Let's say bye to everybody, and we'll go to home. You've waited long enough. You've been a patient kid. All right, thank y'all very much. Boudreaux's Bloody Mary Mix, Margarita Mix. Sorry I didn't get to all of the comments today, but he's been waiting a long time, and I haven't been Home Depot now. So, love y'all. Have a great day. We'll see y'all for Eagle 981 game day today, 1:30. Me and T-Bob. Be there or don't. Aight.